A New South Wales farming couple have taken out the Weekly Times Coles 2019 Farmer of the Year. Peter and Renee Burke from southern New South Wales have survived through one of the worst droughts in history. The pair, in fact, have been recognised for their innovation in farming. The editor of the Weekly Times, Ed Gannon, joins me now live from Melbourne. Ed, must have been a tough choice, but these guys certainly innovators in that space.
Always a tough choice. I'm a judge of the awards myself, and we struggle each year to get to actually pick the final one. But this year, as you say, it's innovators and in a pretty crook year. So it was across the 2019 calendar year, and it was all about drought, and it was all about water, and it was all what how people can best manage in those climates. So as you say, the winning couple didn't have a lot of land. They were around for Jerilderie grain growers. They won Rice Grower of the Year last year. So, but they're really smart, and they through buying leasing allocations of water rather than buying them, and then using that. And if they've got any little bit left over, they sell it back on the temporary market. Doesn't sound too revolutionary, but it is, and it's a really smart way to do it. They've got about 1,200 hectares. As I say, it's not a lot. Produce about 6,000 tonnes of grain, about 8,000 tonnes of hay. In that part of the world and that environment, that's a huge effort from a family farm.
You there, Ed?
Yeah.
Ed, take us through some of the winners. You had the dairy, horticulture. You had obviously the innovation and sheep. Take us through a couple of those winners.
Yeah, so we got an interesting one was the beef farmer winner from up near Armidale, Perry family, and they've got Wagyu breeders. They were sheep farmers not that long ago, probably about 10 years ago, and they went to a restaurant and tasted Wagyu and thought, gee, this tastes pretty good, so let's get into Wagyu. Built up quite a substantial herd, and during 2019 they sold one of their cows for $200,000. So it's either the highest or the second highest price ever fetched for a cow in Australia. So they were an amazing couple, and they've ridden the wave that is Wagyu. You sort of can't go anywhere without seeing Wagyu, but this is the really top quality, top end stuff. The dairy winners from Victoria, and the sort of the epicentre of dairy in Australia is in Victoria. It's about 60% of the dairy farmers come from Victoria, and the couple that won it, they actually took usually you got the 2 days, 2 times a day you milk. They actually changed to 1 day. 1 time a day of milking, and they've sort of revolutionised the cost of production. So in dairy, you get we always hear about the processes and how much you get paid or how little you get paid. So the only thing you're really working with is how much it costs to produce it. So they've able to get it down to $2.60 a kilogram, which is pretty low, and dairy is probably around about $7 a kilogram you're getting paid at the moment. So they're doing pretty well. So those sort of winners. We have an innovation award. Was a guy who invented a machine to actually put sort of aerate the soil and put carbon back into the soil, and he's actually starting getting paid money for the amount of carbon he's put back into his soil. So those sorts of outward thinkers are the ones we awarded on Friday night.
Well, Ed, I know it's always a tough decision, and I know you take this particular award incredibly seriously, and it is the preeminent sort of farming and agricultural awards in the country. So well done, mate, and may we continue to see the Weekly Times Farmer of the Year awards.
Darrow, you certainly will, Gleeson.
Good on you, Ed Gannon. There he is, one of the best in the business when it comes to rural affairs.